Right, hello everyone. I've tried to make this video about 7 times, but it doesn't seem to be clicking. So this time I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna roll with it. As you can see from the title of the video, the intention and the reasoning and the purpose behind this video is just to say a massive thank you to everybody. Since releasing my first video, I've had a multitude of responses, people offering different types of perspectives. And some people, the people that know me on a daily and regular basis, they've got in touch to say that they're proud of me because they know that this is something that I wanted to do for a while. There's been some people, they've got in touch to say that they've been inspired by me and it's given them the impetus to take action in whatever it is that they want to pursue. And some people have got in touch to say that they know someone who has sort of they know someone in their lives who has had similar thoughts, they're having a similar experience, um, that they're going through something at the moment, which we all are. I think everybody at some point in their life is going through one thing or the other. But the majority of messages have been of concern, and another intention behind this video is to ease everybody's concerns as well, because I understand how the first video can come across, especially the first part of it. If you've not seen the full video, I urge you to watch the full video. I understand it's a slightly long video. Half an hour is a lot of half an hour is taking up a lot of your time, especially in this day and age. I know how busy everybody's lives are, but I do urge you to watch the full video, because the second half of the video is more about moving forward and and where I see myself to be and where I see myself going. But the messages of concern, uh, I want to thank everyone, especially like for the people that have reached out, the people that have called me, the people that have messaged me, and it's been very unexpected, if I'm honest. And I did not even think that my video would gain as much traction as it did. It's not got a lot of views in the grand scheme of things, but even the views that it's got right now, I did not think that it would reach this much views. So thank you for everybody taking your time to watch my video, to comment on it. I really do appreciate it. It's the fact that you've been brave enough to show your care, to show your love for me. That is what I appreciate the most. And um, yeah, so it's a massive thank you to everybody. And I just want everyone to know as well, anybody who is in my life, whether we're an acquaintance, whether we're close, if you're ever going through anything, I am always here for you. You can always get in touch with me through whatever medium, social media, you've got my number. You can always get in touch with me, and I will try my best. I will try my best just to listen to you. And with this video that I made, the first one, my intention was never for it to be released. As you can tell from the setting, it's not aesthetically pleasing, and it is also, even the way that I'm dressed is not really appropriate for a video as well. But it was what sort of inspired the video is I'd had a couple of days where I was feeling completely down, completely depressed, and just completely disillusioned. And I feel the main reason for that is I just was not in tune with myself. And when I made the video, it was literally that night, so it was a Tuesday night, and I got in bed, and a thought came into my head: why don't you just make a video, just talk about how you're feeling and why you're feeling that way? And usually what I do, because I'm driving around quite a lot, usually what I do is the camera, well, sorry, the phone is right there in front of me, and I pretend the camera is on, and I will just talk, because I will talk about one of my poems, or I will either just talk about life, what's going on at the moment, because getting my poetry out through social media in this manner, is something that I've been wanting to do for around 1 year. And there's been times that I've gotten close, but it's just taking that first step. We can plan all we want, whatever it is that we want to do in life, we can plan all we want, but when it's time to execute, that is the most difficult point. That is the most difficult step to overcome, the most difficult step to take. So I have been wanting to do this for a while, but I just never thought this is how it would transpire. So yeah, so that particular night, I got in bed and the thought just entered my head to just make a video. Just it was just for myself, for just to vent, because I'm not really someone who would call someone or speak to someone about my issues. Because I'll be honest, I feel like most people don't really listen. They sort of, they just sort of, yeah. I feel like most people, yeah, they don't really listen to our issues, and they just sort of give a response in the best manner that they can. But yeah, I feel like you to really be able to give advice on someone's situation, you need to have gone through that experience. Then because then you are really able to relate to that person. So yeah, so the video, my intention was to basically just to vent, just to let out my feelings, let out my emotions, why I'm feeling that way. But as I started speaking, uh, the video and my words, they just completely took a life of their own. I think in our lives there is moments that come to define us, and I've had many moments in my life that have come to define me, that I always look back to say that that moment was a turning point. And me recording and making that video was also a turning point for me. And the second I finished making that video, if you watch it to the end, you can see that there is a complete shift in perspectives from the beginning towards the end. And I felt elation, I felt peace, and I felt comfort. And the second it was done, I messaged one of my friends who knows that I've been wanting to start social media for my poetry for a while. I sent him the video. I said to him, if you watch this right now and you tell me what you think, and if you think it's good enough, I'll upload it straight away. And then the next day I woke up and I thought to myself, you know what? I don't. Why am I seeking other people's validation, other people's acceptance, when this is something I wanted to do for a while? So I thought to myself, you know what? Just do it. It's one of the moments where I just thought to myself, you know what? F it. You're just gonna do it. And yeah, so that's what I did. And then slowly, I started getting it out into the world. I sent it to like my friends, my family. Eventually, it went up on social media. I think that's where it gained the most traction from. And and yeah, I've had a lot of people get in touch with me since releasing the video, and it's been, I wouldn't say overwhelming, not really, but it's difficult to describe it. It's been like a journey in itself, because the first few days I felt very peaceful, because I felt like I let go of a lot of things that I was holding within. And then sort of reality sets in, is that fear of what will people say, especially when I put it on social media, sharing it with sort of people who are not really in my life, people that I've known previously. It's just that fear of what will people say. So eventually that reality kicks in. But I feel like by doing this, I have gotten over that fear of what people think. And let's face it, despite the age that we're in, humanity has been going on for thousands and thousands of years, and especially the day and age that we're in, we are in an age of social media, where everybody is so much connected to each other. But still, I feel like we worry about people's opinions too much. Now, in some circumstances, it's very valuable to gain advice from the people that you trust, but my life has come to be defined by moments of taking a plunge, moments of trusting my instinct, trusting my gut instinct, and just following my heart. I'd like to share with you a story. It's a very it's a very minor story in the grand scheme of things, but it's one that I keep going back to, especially over the last couple of years while there has been a lot of changes in my life. So when I was younger, we used to go swimming. I must have been around 13 or 14. So we'd go swimming every week, and we'd been going for around 5 to 6 weeks, and I was never able to take that plunge to jump in the water and trust myself and just to be able to swim. And even though I was tall enough to stand up in the water, I just could not trust myself to just swim and just go for it. And then one day I thought to myself, you know what? You're just gonna go in the deep end and you're just gonna jump in. And that's exactly what I did. I went to the deep end and my mate said to me, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna swim." And I jumped in and I swam. That is how I learned to swim. And I would say for a person like me, that is a metaphor for my life. When there is a time, when there is a moment where I need to take a plunge, I need to overcome a fear, it's either swim or sink for me. But over the years, what I have learned is that I always swim. When it comes to them moments, I will always swim because I have learned to trust myself, and in a sense, it's like letting go of the fear. And me releasing my first video was also one of them moments for me. And in the future, when I will share my poems with you, you will realize there has been many moments where I've had to take a plunge, many moments where it's either been swim or sink. But as you will realize, when it comes to them moments, I always swim because I trust myself. I trust myself enough to, when it really matters, to be able to follow through on whatever it is that I need to do. And I completely understand that the first video that I released, it carries a shock factor with it as well, because I feel like the community that we come from, I am from a small town in the northwest of England, and I feel like we can't hold each other back at times. I feel like it is not encouraged to be different. It is not encouraged to stand outside of the box. It is not encouraged even to step outside of the box. And yeah, I am glad that I am one of the first to do it. I believe, I know there is many other people that have, but I feel like within my sort of the circle that I'm in, the people that I know, yeah, I feel like we can't hold each other back at times. And even since releasing that video, I've met a lot of people. I've spoken to a lot of people, and they've shared their dreams with me. They've said to me, "We've got this idea," and I said, "What's stopping you?" Now, it can be two things that are stopping people. One of them is the fear of what people will think, what people will say, and the second is people are always worried about security as well. People will say to themselves, "No, I need to get to this stage in my life before I can do this." And I'll be honest, I was at the same point. I've been at the same point for a year, for the last year, where I've been saying to myself, no, I need to get to this stage in my life before I can start to share my poetry through social media and share it in the way that I want to, with the vision that I have. But I promise you, if whatever it is that you are looking to do in life, whatever it is that you are looking to achieve, one thing that I've learned from this experience, even though it's only been a week, is that it's not as scary as you think. Honestly, it is not as scary as you think. We cannot live our lives being defined and for our lives to be determined by the opinions of others, because if we all did that, if we all continue to do the same thing, things will never change. And with my poetry, there is a lot that I will discuss with you. I love to discuss the issues of society, why the world is as it is, the current system that is in place, and who it's really serving, whether it allows each and every one of us to reach our true potential. And whatever it is that you want to do in your life, whatever dream that you have, whatever ambitions you have, you will never know your true potential until you follow through on your word, and you take the plunge, and you learn to trust yourself, and you let go of the fear of what people are saying about you. or what the people around you are saying. So the main point of this video was to put your minds at ease as well. I don't want anybody to be concerned about me. Like I said, I'm not someone who discusses my issues with people. With this platform, you are choosing to listen. There is a complete difference. You are choosing to listen, and if you want to get in touch after listening to my words, after hearing my story, you are more than welcome to. And yeah, so a massive thank you to everybody. Honestly, the response. I'll be honest, I did not think that many people would respond or that many people would show their care and love. So everyone who's got in touch, and even if you watched it, even if you just liked my video, thank you for taking your time for giving your time to me, because time, let's face it, time is the only asset that we have really. Like, we can talk about money all we want. Even if we had all the money in the world, what are we really buying? We're buying time. I've got a poem about that as well, which you'll hear one day. So thank you very much for your time, for your care, for your love. It really is appreciated. And but I encourage you, if there is anything that you want to do, let go of the fear, and you can always speak to me as well. Honestly, there is two things that make me happy when I speak to people. I love to hear two things, and I've heard these two things recently in the last week. So some people have said to me, you know what, we are very happy with our lives, we are content, we have a job that we like, we get to spend time with our family, and it makes me very happy to hear that you are happy. And it brings sort of a peace and comfort to me, that despite what everything that's going on in the world, people still choose to be happy. So that is one thing I love to hear from people. And the second thing, when I hear this from people, it honestly gives me butterflies in my chest, butterflies in my stomach, and I get very excited for that person. Is when people say to me, you know what, I've got a dream, there's something that I want to do, there is something that I want to achieve. And I think to myself, and I encourage them. I try my best to encourage people. Whatever it is that you have, do it. What's the worst that's gonna happen? You're gonna fail, and then guess what? Now you've got experience, and you can always get back up and try something else. So yeah, man. Life's too short, honestly. How many lives do you have? How many lives do you have in this world? You've got one life. That's it. So whatever it is you want to do, just go and do it. Stop being held back by the opinions of other people. No matter what you do, people will always talk about you. So why do you give them something to talk about? Say, you know what, you want to talk about me? Yeah, talk about this. And I'd like to leave you with one final note, which is, so I think there is a very fine line between sanity and insanity, and I like to operate just on the line and move in between when and as it's needed. And a lot of people that I speak to, they are always talking about change in their lives, that there is, they want to get to this point, there's something that they want to do. But it's also said that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So now I would like to ask you, who is the real insane one? Me or you? Thank you.